What's going on, guys? Super9, and today we are going to be doing a little tutorial on how to create data packs in Minecraft. We're going to be creating a nice little bow, and without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so first order of business is we need to create a world to do all of our data packs in. So also note, we are doing this in Minecraft 1.20.1. So with that said, let's just name this world something like Datapacks, and I think my caps lock is on. Is that on? Oh yeah, it totally is. You need to shut that off. All right, so we need to change this to creative, have the cheats on. We're gonna do a super flat. Now you can do this in any world that you want. You can do this in a regular world if you want to. But I'm just gonna do it in here, and I think that is it. Oh wait, no, we need to go to more and then data pack, and then you can just move this over like that and then hit done, and then it's gonna do this experimental features warning, blah, blah, blah. Hit proceed. It's gonna add some things, and you are good to go, and you can just create the new world. All right, so the environment that we're going to be using is called Visual Studio Code. You can download this. It is absolutely free. I'll have a link located in the description below. The setup process is super easy. I'll walk you through it. And then once you do have it installed, what you want to do is come down here to the extensions, which looks like these little blocks here. Click on that, and then you want to search inside the extensions marketplace here, and you want to find Datapack Helper. Type it in exactly as you see. Plus, and then click install. It'll come up over here. Just hit install. It's a little blue button. And then you also want to get a language MC function, which is for syntax highlighting. It'll help you for readability and understand kind of a little bit more what's going on. Datapack Helper helps you formulate some of the code that we're going to be using. If you've ever messed around with command blocks, it's extremely similar. Actually, it's pretty much the same, to be honest. So without further ado, let's jump into this. What you're going to do is go to the Explorer. You're going to hit Open File, and then this should pop up. Now, my app data is right here, but just say you can't get it. All you got to do is type % and then app data %, hit enter, and it will bring it right up, and then click on .minecraft. Now we are in the 1.20 experimental folder here. Ignore the other one. That was me messing around. And then click on saves. You want to get the world that we created, which was Datapacks. In my case, in your case, it might be something different. And then you go into those world files, you go to Datapacks, and then here we are. So I've got a new folder sitting in here because I messed up. And let's rename this folder to whatever we want to name our data pack. It could literally be anything. In this case, I'm just going to call it test and hit enter. All right, you want to make sure that test is highlighted, and then we are going to click new file, and then we are going to name it pack.mcmeta. Now, it must be exactly that. Do not change that name because Minecraft is specifically looking for that file. That's what's cool about this stuff with data packs is Minecraft. There's a certain like hierarchy / file system that you need to follow, and it allows Minecraft to look for all of those specific files and all of your data that's inside of those files to do the things that you would like to do with it, which is totally awesome. So once we're inside here, what you want to do is hit the curly braces, enter, and then we are going to do quotations, pack, space over, hit semicolon, and then curly braces again, hit enter, and quotations, pack, underscore format. This is super important. This is how it knows to look for the Minecraft version that you are utilizing. So in this case, if you're using 120 plus at the moment, it is 10. If you need to find a pack format for a specific version of Minecraft, if you just type in pack formats of Minecraft on Google, let's say, it should come up with a Minecraft wiki, and it will have all of these pack numbers associated with the different versions of Minecraft, and you would just change it for whatever Minecraft version you're using. So in this case, for 120, it's going to be 10. And then the next line, we're going to do description, and then semicolon again, quotations. You can literally do whatever you want in here. I'm just going to say the default data for Minecraft. Beautiful. All right, there's that. So what we can do is save. Those of you that are new to Visual Studio, I just want to point this out because it did kind of confuse me when I first started way back in the day, is when it shows something like this, as long as there's no errors or anything down here, this is where your errors will pop up. It's just looking for you to save the file. The one that has a little bullet right here is the unsaved file. So if you just go into that file and hit Control S and save it, it goes away. So it doesn't mean anything's broken or anything like that, unless, like I said, you've got problems down here. Now, the next thing that you want to do is highlight test again. You want to create a folder, and we are going to create a folder called data. And then inside of this folder, we are going to do two different folders. We're going to do Minecraft. And then we are also going to create inside of data. You want to make sure that this is, if you're using the folder setup in VS Code, you need to make sure that whatever folder you're trying to do this in is underlined. So that way we're making it in data and not accidentally make it in Minecraft. You have to make sure that you do this in the proper order. Otherwise, it's just not going to work. So the other one that we want to make is namespace. Now you can name this one whatever you want. This is literally the name of your data pack. So I could call this Chache if I wanted to. You know what? We'll just call it Chache for the video. But the namespace is literally the exact name for what that's called. This is just the namespace. So we'll just name it Chache in this case. So you know what? No, I'm not. I'm going to rename that just so that you guys can understand what is going on. A little bit better. It kind of makes it stand out. All right, so there we go. We'll just call it namespace. All right, so this one's going to be kind of tricky to do inside of VS Code. We need to make some extra folders inside of Minecraft. Now, you have to follow this exactly, otherwise it will not load whatsoever. You can also do this in the File Explorer if you are kind of confused with the VS Code setup here for the Explorer. You can literally just go and create these files in your .minecraft in the world save in the Datapack where we went, and set it up that way. But what you want to do is click on this, hit folder, and then we are going to call it tags. And then we are also going to add a folder again that is called, and this is going to be inside the tags folder. As you see right here, it's underlined, functions, like so. And the reason why I want to point that out is because when I first started messing around with this stuff, it took me a long time to realize that this was my problem and why it wasn't loading. So just to hand that off to you guys. So next, what you want to do is load.json. You want to create a file inside of functions, underline in functions there. And then you want to click it again and do file. And we are going to call this one tick.json. There we go. All right, so with inside of these files, what we need to do is this right here, curly braces, enter. We're going to do quotations, and we're going to type values, and then space over, hit the semicolon. We're going to do an open bracket, hit enter, and then quotations again. We're going to call this namespace, and then load. So what this is doing right here is it's looking for the folder that's called namespace. So this can literally be whatever you want. Like I said, I was going to name this Chache initially. So you would put Chache and then semicolon load here. So then it would know to look for the load file that's going to be located inside of here. In this case, it's going to be called namespace. So then tick.johnson, you can actually, Jason, you can actually just copy this and paste this over. It's going to be the same thing, except you are going to change load to tick like so. And then that's that. So we are going to save this file and go to this one, save this one. And now inside of your namespace folder, what you need to do is create a folder called functions. So we're going to go in here, make sure that's highlighted. We're going to create a whole folder called functions like so. And inside of this functions folder, we are going to do two files. We are going to call one load.mc function. And then the next one, highlighted again. I just like to double check and do this because I mess up this in the Explorer thing with VS Code all of the time. And then tick.mc function is the next file that we are going to load right there or put in there. And I totally butchered that spelling. See, that's another thing. If you mess that up, guess what? It ain't going to work. So there we go. So we've got these two files now. So inside of these files for the load, this is what is going to happen when the /reload command is run. So you're able to reload these inside of Minecraft. That's one thing. I actually have Minecraft running in the background right now. So as we update this and change things, I can literally just go into Minecraft after it's saved here in VS Code. I can go into Minecraft, type /reload, and it reloads all of our saves or changes into Minecraft automatically, and we can mess around with whatever we're building. So just for tutorial purposes, we're going to put a hashtag in here. You can also create a hashtag by doing control /. That's really handy for trying to change multiple lines of code. Just so that we remember for the tutorial, we're going to put this runs on command /reload. All right, so now we're going to put in our first hard set of code that's actually going to do stuff in Minecraft. So we're going to do tell raw and then at all. And what this is going to do is allow us to send a message basically to the server to let us know that the pack has loaded, basically. So what you do is tell raw at a and then space curly bracket, and then this should pop up. And this is what's cool about that data helper pack thing that we installed here for VS Code, is now I can just click text and look, there we go. We've already got it. It's beautiful. That way you don't have to sit there and write out all of this stuff. So we'll just say Datapack has been loaded like so. You can also add color if you want. So we will add just a simple blue, because that's the only hexadecimal thing that I remember off the top of my head. So we'll just do, it's 4 zeros if I remember correctly, and then 2 capital Fs. Now this should hold any hexadecimal code that you can create. So you could literally go onto the internet and, you know, look for a hexadecimal picker or something like that, and, you know, basically take the hashtag code and put it in here. So then we're going to hit save, and now we get to test this in Minecraft and see if it works. So let's jump over to Minecraft. All right, here we are in Minecraft. So if everything works correctly, we should just be able to type /reload, and bada bing, bada boom, we've got Datapack has been loaded. Yes. So we know everything is working properly at this point. So now we get to get into the creative side of things and get to manipulate this game in the way in which we choose. All right, so now that we're back in VS Code, what we're going to do is get into the nitty gritty of things here. So what we're going to do is inside this function folder is we're going to add a give option. So what this is going to do is allow us to give us basically the items that we're going to be building. Because in this episode, we are going to be building just, I think I'm going to do a bow that does some epic stuff, right? So we're just going to start there for that. So we're just going to do give MC function like so. And that is that. So now what we have to do is this. We'll put hashtag gives us our awesome stuffs. So that's just our notation. So like I said, we're going to do a bow to start with. I think I'm going to call it the bacon bow. Why not? We'll just call it bacon bow. So then inside of here, this is where we're going to write the give command with all of the information that is needed to create an epically awesome bow. Now, with that said, we can generate these lines of code if you don't know how to make these, because sometimes they're actually really difficult to do. We can go to mcstacker.net or com. I can't remember off the top of my head. There will be a link located in the description below. I'm going to head over there and we are going to start generating a bow. All right, so here we are at MC Stacker. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a give command. So we're going to start with /give. Now this is going to auto populate all of this stuff. And what we're going to do is we need to select a bow. So we're going to come down here and click bow. Now there's some extra things that you can do inside of here as well. So we are going to do a custom model data as well. So this can kind of be whatever number you want. That way it doesn't clash with, let's say, other data packs. So if you have multiple data packs installed. So for our situation, I think I'm just going to do like 8,000 and just leave it at that. And then the custom tags, this is whatever you really want to put. So I'm going to call this custom _ item. And then we'll say, or no, we won't do item. We'll do bow, custom bow, and then 1, like so. So it'll be like that. So basically, we can reference this in our code to make sure that, you know, if we're looking for the custom model data 8,000 and custom _ bow number 1, that way we know if we're holding a regular bow, let's say, there isn't going to be any confliction with, you know, the arrows that are shot out of the bow, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So that way we can look specifically for this and know that we have this in our hand, let's say. So we're going to start with that. Now, we're going to do a name for this. I'm just going to call this the bacon bow, because why not? We love bacon. Bacon bow with an exclamation point. We're going to turn the italics off because it looks a little strange in my opinion. And then we can set the lore. So the lore, we will just say, let's see, taste the bacon. There you go. So there's that. We can leave all that stuff. That's fine. So we can set this to make it unbreakable. So we can set that to true in this case. And then if you want to add any enchantments, you come down here. And that's, of course, what we're going to do, because this is going to be overpowered as heck. We're going to do glint only. What that does is just makes it shiny. We'll add power, and then we can set the level. I'll set this to just 5 for now. You can go insane. You can do 99, 100, stuff like that. The punch, we can set this to, I don't know, we'll do like 3. You know what? I don't want to make this overpowered because I want to show the abilities, I guess you could say, of things that you can do potentially. It depends on what we get into when we actually get into coding this thing, what I'm actually going to do. But I think I'm going to turn this down to 3. I'm going to make these small. Like I said, you could literally make this 100 if you wanted to, but we're just going to do this to 3. I'll put infinity on it because who needs arrows? And flame, I'll just leave off of that. So we'll just leave it like that. And then what happens is it generates this right here. So what you can do is copy this literally, and then just take this back over to VS Code and we can put it in. All right, so here we are back into VS Code, and then in our give.mc function, we are going to add this. Now, it's going to be red. So that's because we have this /. We don't need this / in there. Now, I've created a shortcut for my case, which is Alt Insert to make this wrap. I think the default is like Control something. I can't remember. You can look that up in the help section here and go to keyboard shortcut reference. So that's called text wrapping. So if you just search that into the keyboard reference, it'll show you the hotkey. Like I said, it's Control something. I don't remember. But then that way it makes it a little bit more readable for us. So then there's that. So as you can see, we've got our custom model data imported in here automatically, as well as our custom underscore bow 1, which is going to be useful for us. So this bow will actually exist in Minecraft now. So if we just save this, all right, so back in Minecraft, just do / reload, and then we can do / function, and then tab that, or go over here, and then we can select namespace, hit tab, give that to us, and there is our bow. Oh yeah, the bacon bow. Let's shoot real quick at that spider. I totally missed because I'm horrible. There we go, hit him. So good, that didn't kill him right off the bat. That's exactly what I want because, like I said, I want to show off some of the stuff that we can do in here, so then I can get your creative juices flowing because this is awesome. So we got the bacon bow, and then here's all of our stuff. Taste the bacon, unbreakable, beautiful. And yeah, so also to get to the Minecraft semicolon bow that you see down there, what you do is you hit F3 and H at the same time to show all of the Minecraft IDs as you see through, or as I go through all of this stuff. You can see birch underscore slab, all that. So that's insanely helpful when you're trying to look up stuff for this. So make sure that you definitely do that. F3 and H. So let's go over to VS Code and continue working. All right, so to add some awesome stuff to this bow, what we're going to do is, and this isn't the most optimized way, but it'll just work for now for the first simple tutorial that we're doing, is we're going to go to tick.mc function. And inside of here, what we're going to do is start writing out our stuff for this bow. So we're going to call it bacon bow abilities. That way we are reminded every time that we open this file. We're going to type in execute. What this is going to do is execute the command. So this is, if you've messed around with command blocks, like I said previously, this is pretty much exactly what we're doing. So we're going to do execute at, and then at A for all there. And then if I remember correctly, it's going to be open bracket like so. And then we need the MBT data. So we're going to set that to equals, and then we need some curlies because we need to basically put it in a list almost. We're going to do selected item because that's the one that we're going to have selected in our hotbar, which is going to be the bow. However, in this point, what we need to do is check to make sure that it is the exact bacon bow we are looking for and not just a regular bow. So how we're going to do that is we're going to add a semicolon. We're going to do some more curly braces, and we're going to type the ID, and this is going to be the Minecraft ID. So it's going to look for a Minecraft bow because at base this is a Minecraft bow, so we need to look for that, and we'll type that in like so. Now we also want to look for our specific, in this case we're just going to use the one tag, which was the custom model data. So we just need to do tag, some more curly braces, and then we are going to type in custom model data. It should pop up. We'll hit enter. And then that was 8,000 if I remember correctly. So if we put that in there, let's just double check to make sure. I'll be in give, and then 8,000. Yeah, so there's the custom model data. So then there we go. So it's looking for the Minecraft bow that has a custom model data of 8,000. And then we should be good with that point. So then we can run our command. So we're going to hit run there. And then we are going to, at this case, what we need to do is we need to look for this specific arrow that is shot out of this bow, because what I would like to do is when the arrow hits the ground, make it do some epic stuff. So that's why we need to tag this arrow. So the game's looking for that. So that is going to be tag, and then I believe it's going to be at E, because arrow is technically an entity when it's being shot and it's in the ground. It still remains an entity. So we're going to do type and then equals arrow, because that's the default Minecraft entity. And the distance, we're going to do 3 blocks. So anything farther than that, we're going to add, and then we're just going to call this is the tag of the actual arrow. So you can name this whatever you want. This is how you're going to reference it as we progress through coding this out. So we're going to call this tagged underscore arrow. So it's just easy to know. You could call this tagged. You could call this arrow, whatever. This is just going to make it simple for us as tagged underscore arrow. So I want to make sure that this part of the code is going to be working. So what we can do is type execute and then if entity and then at E, and then we're going to do the brackets, tagged arrow, because we're looking for the tagged arrow. So it's going to be tagged. We're going to have to spell this out, arrow. So this is how we're referencing that arrow, like I just previously talked about. Is now we have an NBT tag for inGround is literally what it's called. So that's how you know if an arrow is stuck in the ground. So that's going to be called in and then ground, like so. And when it's in the ground, it is going to be 1B. When it's in the air, it's 0B. So if you're trying to make like a trailing effect on the arrow, you would basically look for this arrow as 0B and not 1B, because 1B means it hits the ground. So we're looking in this case for it to hit the ground, 1B. So now we can go farther than this, which eventually that's what we're going to do. I want to add damage to this because the bow is going to do specific damage. That's also going to further make it so, like, you know, it's not just looking for general arrows. Right now it's looking kind of for general arrows. We'll have some glitches because this is experimental, where like if you just leave it as this, you'll have a skeleton that will shoot it and it will do the same thing, even though it's looking for this. I don't understand why it's doing that, but that's a way to kind of filter that out so skeletons don't cause these, you know, random effects to happen every once in a while. So we'll do run, and then we're just going to have it say arrow is in the ground. So we'll do quotations, arrow in ground. So that way we know it is working. Say command is just literally going to broadcast it to like the server. That's pretty much it. It'll just come up as like say or server and then arrow in ground, if I remember correctly. So then let's just save that, and then let's jump into Minecraft and see if this part of it is working. All right, so we're going to do / reload. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Reload. And there we go. Datapack has been loaded. So let's fire this thing, and we should see, there we go, entity on ground. So now it's going to spam that console, so we know successfully that the arrow has been tagged and it is hitting the ground, and the game is recognizing that. So that's good. That means everything's working. All right, so to specifically filter out this arrow, what we're going to do is we are going to find the arrow damage, and we're going to add this into our command lines. So with that said, how you do that is we are going to fire an arrow into the ground, probably right about here. You don't want to pick it up. And then you're going to run this command as you exactly see right here. All you do is hit enter, and it's going to provide you this information. And this gives you just information about the arrow entity itself. So we can see right here that the damage is 4.0D. So that is our damage that this arrow is doing. If you have more enchantments or higher enchantments, this number is going to go up, obviously, because you are increasing the damage. Now, just to even further check it, is normally a skeleton would have a regular bow, let's say, and if they shoot an arrow, it should be around 2, if I remember correctly. So let's run that, and we should see, yep, damage 2. So then that's going to further filter out the arrow. So just in case, like I said, this is a little glitchy sometimes. I know that skeleton arrows might actually cause this stuff to spawn if you don't do the step that we're about to do. So without further ado, let's jump back into VS Code and get that fixed. All right, so now that we're back into VS Code, what we are going to do is continue writing. So I think let's do, let's make it where cobwebs spawn around the arrow in a certain size. So with that, to make that happen, we just need to do execute and then at, and then we are doing a entity because we are looking for the arrow. So we're going to do this and then open and then tagged because we're going to look for the tagged arrow. And then if I remember, we should be able to do NBT again. Actually, we're just going to copy this part because we're looking for it being in the ground. So let me copy that in here, and then there's that. So this is where we're going to also search for the damage. So we're going to do a comma, and then we're going to set it up with damage isn't showing right here, but if we type damage, it should show up. And then we are looking for damage of 4B. So that's specifically been shot from our bow. And if you go higher too, like with stronger enchantments, this number is going to go up. So you're going to have to do exactly what I showed you in Minecraft. So if you create this and you want to make like a bow that has like, you know, punch 100 in that, the damage is going to change. So you definitely need to look it up using the code that I did earlier. So there's that. And then what we need to do is run fill. Yeah, because we want to fill the area with cobweb. So that is going to do these tildes. So we're going to put these tildes in, and then I think we can just do like 2. And then it's X, I think it's XZY or XYZ. I can't remember off the top of my head. So we're going to start with that. And then we're going to do this, and then we're going to copy exactly what we did here, but we're going to do -2 and -2. So that should kind of make like a square of a certain size, a 2x2 square on each side, basically from the middle. And then we are going to place down cobweb. So that should do that there. And actually, I think it's looking for a float. No, why is that underlined? It should just be 4. All right, so then the other thing that we want to do is we do want to kill the arrow as soon as it goes into the ground. So let's do that. We'll do kill, and then it's an entity again. We're going to open and then type or tag, is going to be tagged _arrow. And then the basically this whole section here. So let's just copy that and paste that and take this out. That should be okay. I'm concerned about this though. It's a warning, so it's not like it's going to be broken. So it should work, hopefully. I don't know. Let's see. All right, so I was a little bit of a dummy. I was playing around a little bit, and I found out that I had this as 4B, and it should have been 4D. So some of you might have caught on to that. I'm a self-taught programmer, you know. Make mistakes. We all make mistakes. But that's the cool part about programming, is trying to figure out what's exactly going wrong and then fix it from there. It's challenging. You can't just get it right every time, you know? So basically, we're going to test this in Minecraft now and see if it works. I have good faith that it will. Oh, wait. I didn't reload it. Joke's on me. There it is. All right, wait. We need to make sure that works. Hang on. Let's fire over here and then make sure. Yes. Sweet. So let's see. Was it a 2x2? Was I correct? Oh, yeah, it is 2 and 2. Nice. So then basically this bow, we won't even have to really shoot. So like this guy, you know, if he's coming at me, I can just shoot off to the side like that. Boom. Oh, wait, I totally got him. Wow. Okay, wait, time out. We just shoot off to the side, make that, get him stuck in there. Look at these guys getting stuck. Little nubs. All right, so let's make even fancier stuff happen. I like this. Forward progress. Amazing. All right, sweet. So now that we've got that, we're just going to add even more stuff. So I think we are going to start with... Let's add some particles. We're in 120. Why not? Let's experiment with some of the new particles they have. So we're going to do execute and then at, and then we're going to do it at entity, because again, this is at the arrow. And you know what? I think I'm just gonna literally copy all this stuff, because we're pretty much just going to redo this each time, because we want to make sure that's inGround. We're checking for damage of 4, so we don't have any skeletons being like shooting this and all the epic stuff happen. So let's run, and then particle. And then, let's see, what's a new one? I think Sonic Boom. Yep, that's a new one. So let's add that. And then I think it's tildes after this. Yep, so we get to do the direction. So this should be setting it up higher. So we should put 1 there. So this should happen above. So you know what? Just to make sure, yeah, we'll just set that to 1. And then we're going to add some extras here. I know we need like 0, 0, 0, and then we'll do like 0.2 for some that, and then 30, and then we're gonna do force. So then that's gonna make that happen, and then we're literally gonna copy this line, and I'm going to, I think, add some smoke, because why not? So the smoke, I'm trying to think. I think there's different things of smoke. Does it tell me? Yeah. So smoke, we've got sonic, large smoke, soul fire flame. Oh, some new ones. Cozy smoke campfire. What? We're just gonna go with large smoke. So we'll just copy the same things there. So then that's good. And then what else could we add to this? What else? Of course, you know, this is the bacon bow. So we need to add some pigs. And you know what? Let's set them on fire. Why not? We'll make some, there'll be some evil bacons. So we'll do that. And it's going to be at entity. Let me copy all this stuff again. I can literally just go like so and put that in there. And then basically for this, we're going to summon. So then we're going to do pig. And for that, for them to be on fire, we have to do tilde. This is going to be basically where they're going to spawn relative to the arrow's position. So if we have multiple, I'm thinking we'll do like 3. So for this, it should be 1 and then 1. So that's going to spawn offset to the center. And then to do the fire, we should just have to do brackets. And then literally, I think it's just, yep, fire. Oh, whoops, messing that up. Literally just fire like so. And then it's going to be the tick amount, so the length at which they're going to be on fire. So I want them to be on fire and I want them to die. So we make some bacon, you know what I mean? So then that should be that. So it'll be like 1,000 ticks. So let's copy this 2 more times. And then we're going to change their offsets here. So there's that. We're going to set negative. And then this one, I don't know. We're just going to get weird because I can't picture this in my head right now. So we'll just do that. So then it won't be with the other ones. And then, yeah, that should work. We could also add some TNT because who doesn't love a good explosion, right? So let's actually summon that. So how this works too, I didn't explain this, is it starts from the hierarchy and works down. Basically, so like it's going to do all this stuff first. So it's going to do it in order. So I think after the cobweb spawns, let's throw in some TNT because why not? So let's literally copy the same thing and we'll match it. We'll just do 3 of them. You know what? Let me just do this. TNT, and then we can also offset. It's going to look for tildes for that stuff, but we don't really care because I want it to basically, this is going to be zeroed out. So it's going to like spawn in the center of all that stuff. And then we're going to have to set the fuse length because I don't want it to blow up immediately, because what this will do if you just leave it as is just, it's going to fire and then blow up. As soon as the arrow hits the ground, it's going to blow up immediately on impact. And I don't want that. I want it to sit there and kind of, you know, have some fun with it. Right. So fuse, we'll set it to like 100 ticks. That would be good. So then let's copy this and paste this 3 times. And then there we go. Like I said, this isn't the most efficient way to do it, but it's going to work for our first like mess around type video with this stuff. It's tons of fun. Like there's so much possibility. So with that said, let's jump back over to Minecraft and see if all this works. All right, we're back in Minecraft. Let's reload. And there we go. Datapack has been loaded and we should be good to go. All right, guys, cross your fingers. This should be immaculate. So let's throw it right here in between all of them. Boom. Oh, sonic boom. Smoke. Smoke. We got the pigs on fire. TNT in the center. Oh my gosh. Yes. Look at that. That's so cool. Oh, I'm going to have so much fun with Datapacks. This is going to be insane. So let's play around with this. See, got him stuck. Got him stuck. You know what? We'll just spam it. We'll just spam it. Just spam it. Why not? Kill all these slimes. Yes. I love it. This is awesome. This is so cool. All right. So I think what I'm going to do is end this episode here. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. It's a little bit different, but I have some big things planned. Some big things are coming down the pipeline, and I think you guys are going to totally love it. So with that said, I will catch you guys in the next one. Be safe, be kind, know that you're appreciated, and Super Josh 9 is out.